This is Second Chances. Never thought my world would come crashing down the way it did. I felt the weight of the world and I couldn't breathe. I thought this was it. I thought that I was done, that it was over, the time had come. But I was given more time to live, and I'll never forget. But I'm still here, and I'm sorry did this to myself. And I promise I will never let myself go again. And yes, I believe in second chances. Yes, I believe in second chances. Never really know when your time is up. It can come at any time. We are here for a short time. It's really borrowed time, and then we are gone. My life flashed before my eyes. I could see the grand finale. I wasn't ready to go, and it may sound cliche, but I don't know what saved me. And now I'm alive, but I'm still here, and I'm sorry I did this to myself. And I promise I will never let myself go again. And yes, I believe in second chances. And yes, I believe in second chances. Myself grace, but I'm still here, and I'm sorry I did this to myself. And I promise I will never let myself go again. I believe in second chances. And yes, I believe in second chances. And yes, I believe, yes, I believe in second chances. And yes, I believe, yes, I believe in second chances. Alrighty. So that was Second Chances, which is actually the title track of the album, which, in fact, you can already find on Bandcamp, which is why I felt okay doing this show today. Ursa Live has been generous and kind to let me do or be part, sorry, I should say be part of their indie spotlight, which is this amazing night where there is, musicians, streamers, independent artists from all over the world performing at the same time on their website. And it's every Wednesday. They have different things every night of the week, but this is every Wednesday. And actually, it's not only at night anymore, because I was watching someone earlier from, I want to say this guy was from Sweden or from Ireland. I can't remember. Somewhere in Europe. But it was like a 2 p.m. my time. So, basically, I guess maybe Wednesday is just dedicated to people all over the world. Musicians, singers, songwriters, artists, creators. And so I really, so it's every 2 weeks and it's pre-scheduled. And before I scheduled it, it was, kind of before, I decided when I was going to release the album. So, in a way, sort of did it early, but also not. So, anyway, hold on 1 second, everybody. Cool. So, yeah, in a way, like I didn't quite schedule it to come, be done or be on the same week that the album was going to be out. But anyway, it is out on Bandcamp, and I'm gonna put the link here in a second as soon as I find it. But I'm gonna put the link here in a second in the chat. Um, there we go. Okay, found it. Sorry. It's one of those things. It's like you always think that you're prepared, but then you're really not. Um, which is fine. But anyway, it's in the chat, and you can actually listen to it now on Bandcamp. Otherwise, it will be on Spotify and Apple Music and all of the other platforms this Friday at midnight at your local time zone. So there is the pre-save link. For some reason, usually like it lets me put like Apple Music or like iTunes, but for some reason this time it didn't. So anyway, but yeah, Second Chances. It's the title track of the album, and it's actually in the album twice. There is what I call the rock version, which is a first track, and then there's a bonus track at the end, which is an acoustic demo. And so, you actually get to hear two different versions, and it's interesting because when I was kind of writing the album and putting things together, I wasn't sure if I wanted like an acoustic or rock version. And then a good friend of mine that was kind of helping me sort with this idea, my friend Joey, was like, why don't you just do both? I think it was Joey. I'm pretty sure it was Joey. Was like, you can just do both. And I was like, you know what? That is not a bad idea. And so I did. Anyway, let's move on because technically I only have an hour, but I'm going to go over the hour. I'm sure I will. Next song is called Fly Away. And this is a song I've actually been performing for quite a while, but I finally got to record it. And I'm really glad that I finally got to record it because I really like how it turned out. This one was actually supposed to be in Somewhere to Call Home, my EP that I released in 2022. But then I ended up scraping it, and I'm really glad that I did because I feel like this version is so much better. Same with Burgers and Fries. Both of them were supposed to be, and I just like both of these a lot better. I used to dream big, and I used to dream wild, but did that ever stop me? I guess not. And I don't want to move on, and I don't want to grow up. Your hopes and your dreams makes you who you are, and I want to fly away and never think twice. And I want to fly away in the sky and reach for the stars. 'Cause dreams are what makes us who we are, and dreams are what fuel our lives. And don't stop, keep going, don't give up. And dreams are what makes you who you're meant to be. And now that I'm a man, I dream of what's next, and where will I go from here? There's a mystery to solve and a story untold, because once you start dreaming, you grow old. At least that's what they say, and I don't know who they are. Instead, I'll just close my eyes, and I want to fly away and never think twice. And I want to fly away in the sky and reach for the stars. 'Cause dreams are what makes us who we are, and dreams are what fuel our lives. And don't stop, keep going, don't give up. And dreams are what makes you who you're meant to be. And I want to fly away and never think twice. And I want to fly away in the sky and reach for the stars. 'Cause dreams are what makes us who we are, and dreams are what fuel our lives. And don't stop, keep going, don't give up. And dreams are what makes you who you're meant to be. Alrighty. That is the second track on the album, called "Fly Away," and it is it is a song that I wrote. Actually, I wrote this song. When was it? It was a while. It was like 2021. This is like one of the older, like I said, it was supposed to be on, or actually originally I wrote it for Somewhere to Call Home, and then I decided that it just didn't seem to fit that album. So I was like, I'm just gonna do this one later, and then here it is now, um, in a different album. And I really really love the recorded version of this song, because it's very different than I had originally envisioned it was gonna be, if that makes sense. When I first, because I'm sure everybody does this, but when you first write a song, you try to imagine, at least I do, I try to imagine what it's gonna sound like whenever I actually record it. And so this was one that I had a very just like, acoustic-y, kind of just, I don't know, very simple. And the one of the albums actually, it's electric, and I really like it. It was very different than I originally planned it. Um, I actually recorded like four or five different versions of this song. This is the song that probably had the most like re-records out of all. I almost scraped it off the album because I was like, you know what, I'm not landing on something I like, and I had taken it out of the album and put another song instead. And then I was like, no, but like I really want to Fly Away in this album. Like that is like a song I really wanted on this album. And so I reworked it, and it ended up being the version that's on the album. And I was like, you know what? This was it. This was the right one. So anyway, the next song I'm going to do is one that actually I released as a single back in July. No, was it June? It was May. It was about a year ago, actually. It was either May or June. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, I released it last year. This was before I, landed in the ER, and I'll be talking a little bit about that later on. And yeah. But yeah, it was before I went to the hospital that I released it, and the version that exists currently, pre-album, it's very different. It's got electric guitar, and it's very different. It's very loud, in my opinion. Like, I feel like now I can say this. Like, it felt very loud to me, and so I wanted to do an acoustic version for this album, and I really like how it turned out. So I hope you like it too. It's gonna sound very similar to this, actually. And this was one that this was one that actually was part of the reason why I ended up turning it into an album. Someday I probably should write, or not write, but put together the story of how this album came about, because it was originally going to be a 5-song EP, and then it turned out into a full album with 11 tracks. So, although technically 2 are the same song, but yeah. Not today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. The water's crystal clear. The sun shines bright, it's California. It's the way of life. California goes where dreams come true. You may find what you're looking for. And I want to know, did I find mine, or did I find yours? California dreaming, where the sun shines bright. We could catch a wave together. We could party all night long. We're dreaming, and you could be a movie star, and I would be your fan forever. We're California dreaming with you, with you. Not today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Swim in the water, blue and clear. We can buy a house by the beach, just like we always talked about. California dreaming, where the sun shines bright. And we can catch a wave together. We can party all night long. We're dreaming, and you could be a movie star, and I would be your fan forever. We're California dreaming with you, with you. party all night long. We're dreaming, and you could be a movie star, and I would be your fan forever. We're California dreaming with you, with you. We're California dreaming with you, with you. Not today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I wanna live my California dream with you. With you and you only. Actually, technically with my wife. I wrote this song for my wife. So, anybody that wants to live their California dream with me, you gotta make sure you invite my wife. Yeah, I wrote this song actually for my wife. I wrote it it's going to shock you, but on the beach. This was in 2021 when I wrote this one. And it's funny because this was one that I wrote after I had already finished recording Somewhere to Call Home. And so part of me was like, man, I wish I would have thought of this song earlier, but it's okay. It was meant to be. Because I feel like it just it works for second chances. And it also worked as an individual single. Again, this song is a single as well. And you can find this one, a different version of it as a single on streaming platforms. And honestly, I do really like it a lot. But it turned out, it was one of those things that I really wanted an acoustic version. And that's why I ended up recording a different version of it. And like I said, when I did it, I was like, oh, this is a very different song. And so it was actually two songs. Let me see, where is it? Here it is. It was actually two different songs that I re-recorded for this album. Both previously released. The other one is a song called What I've Learned I released in September of 2022 as a single, right before Somewhere to Call Home came out, actually. And it's a song that I've always felt, I don't know how to say this nicely, but it's a song that I always kind of felt like I really rushed to do. Because the story behind it is we went to a concert and I was just super inspired to write a new song, and it was almost my birthday, and so I was like, I want to release a song around my birthday. And I didn't finish this one on time for my birthday, but I released it about a week later, and it was one of those that I released, then put it up on DistroKid, and 2 weeks later was out. And it's one of those that every time I listen to the version that exists already on streaming platforms, I'm always like, I wish I would have waited a little longer. I wish I would have treated this one a little bit different. So I decided to re-record it for second chances. And again, a very different version of this song was born. And I really like the version on the album, and I hope you do too. So track 4, we're only on track 4. It's called What I've Learned. And it goes a little something like this. I don't know why I just did that weird voice. I am sorry. If people are leaving after I did that voice, I don't blame you. Okay, let's see. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, actually, you know what? I know. I was gonna open it on my phone real quick so I could kind of have it. One moment, please. Okay, there we go. Oops, I need to mute this on my phone. For some reason, I can't mute. But anyway, there it is. I tend to usually have the streams playing on my phone just so I can make sure the quality is fine and I'm not losing bit rates or anything like that. But anyway, This song is called What I've Learned, and it goes a little something like this. Oh, crap. No. Where'd I go? Sorry. I have too many windows and just too much open. Cool. There we go. It was like situated in a weird place. Live, life is a mystery. My younger days came and gone so fast, and I've grown older and wise. So I propose a toast for our younger days, 'cause without them I wouldn't be who I am today. What I've learned is that life is like a roller coaster. You've got times where the climb is easy. You've got times it's scary, and you want to shout. And I've enjoyed victories and the harder things in life. And I've learned that life is worth living. And I've learned to accept that life goes on. And what I've learned is that life goes on. Sometimes in life you hope that things will be a little bit easier, and it's okay to fall. It's okay to lose, but what you've got are the lessons you have learned along the way. So let's raise a Yeah, so that song is just about things that I've learned. As the title indicates, it is about song. It is about sorry. It is about things that I have learned in life, and then I'm also very grateful to have learned in just in my life. And yeah. Anyway, if you're just coming in, if you're looks like we're having some people that are jumping in. I am Luis. I am a singer songwriter from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and this is my album release party. Well, one of them. So let me explain what I'm doing. I'm actually doing Oy, oh my god. I am so sorry about that. That was a fluke in the system. 1 second. Let me try to do the thing I was doing again. Um, yeah, sorry. That was a. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but anyway, um, I was saying I'm a singer songwriter from Las Cruces, New Mexico, which is in the United States, and I this is the first tour, the first night on a online tour that I'm doing, celebrating the release of my new album, Second Chances, which actually will be in all streaming platforms on this Friday, May 10th, but it is already on Bandcamp, which is why I allowed myself to do this tonight, because technically, it's weird to, like, perform your album before it's out. Like, that's usually not typical, but it's already out on Bandcamp and you can listen to it. The links for everything, I think, are in my bio. If not, I'm gonna put them right now in the chat. This has just a link to all of my stuff. Um, as I said, this is stop number one, night one of a virtual tour that I'm doing. I'm doing this first one on Ursa Live because I had the indie spotlight scheduled, and I am also doing Twitch on Friday. And Bandcamp on Sunday. So the info to all of that is in my social media. I'm not gonna, take the time to explain when everything is. It's on my social media around the same time, actually, every single night, except for Friday. It's a little bit later. Like it's 7 my time, which is 9 Eastern. But anyway, I'm doing the release day party on Twitch, because that's how I got my start as a musician and, like, as a live streamer, has been on Twitch. And so I'm doing it there, but I wanted to do something on Ursa Live as well because I'm part of the Indie Spotlight, which is every Wednesday. I'm doing a show every other Wednesday between now and, like, mid-July. This is the 4th one that I'm doing on Ursa Live, and I'm pretty excited. It's been super fun. It's been really cool to do these. Met some new people, and it's been really cool, and hopefully gain some new fans. But anyway, this next song is a song that is this one already, actually, well, another one that was already released as a single. It's weird. It's like there's like this block. But I released this one as a single called Burgers and Fries. No One Tells You How to Make Friends When You've Grown Up. Originally, this song was called Faded Memories. Actually, no. The working title of this song was Burgers and Fries. And then I decided to name it Faded Memories because I just thought Burgers and Fries was a silly name. And then it's not until like a couple months ago that I was like, no, Burgers and Fries actually works really well. And you'll see why. It's in the lyrics. But this is a song that I wrote about friendships, about old friendships. And, just how when you grow up, you wish that you could just go eat burgers and fries with your friends. That's what this song is about. I'd wish we'd talk more often, but our lines don't really cross anymore. And no one tells you how to make friends when you've grown up. And I miss all the late nights we spent watching mindless days, longing for a time when life was less busy and you could live carefree, carefree, knowing that they'll always be there for you, for you. And those days are gone, they are in the past, and I wish I could travel in time, but that's impossible. And no one tells you how to make friends. You've grown up, longing for a time when life was less busy and you could live carefree, knowing that they'll always be there for you, for you. Anyway, that is the infamous Burgers and Fries. No one tells you how to make friends when you've grown up, which I will share. I will share this about this song, but it has a really long name. And this is like the song that I was like, I want this song to have a really long name. And, for those that are indie artists and indie musicians, you know that you got to submit like songs to playlists and stuff. And you got to make the waves, right? You contact playlisters and you contact bloggers and stuff. And so I did all that when this album first came out. And one thing I realized real quick was like, oh my God, I should not have named this song so loud, because most of these, for those that don't know, most of these have forms that you fill out, right? Because it's just like a Google form or like a form on their website or whatever. So most of them have, just forms that you fill out. But yeah, the funny thing was that I was filling, all these out, and every single time I had to like type Burgers and Fries, open parentheses. No one tells you how to make friends when you've grown up, close parentheses, every single freaking time. And so, but it's also totally fine, because again, it's worth it. And Burgers and Fries is just such a, I don't know, it's just such a special song for me. Again, I wrote this song about like old friendships and old times, and just really, really missing those things. And also just how like, like the phrase, no one tells you how to make friends when you've grown up, like it's so true. It's so true. And it's one of those that I think a lot of times, because I don't really have a difficult time making new friends, but sometimes like I just remember like how much easier it used to be to make friends, like when I was a kid or when I was like younger in college, or just like it was so different. And as an adult, you just kind of realize like making friends is hard, but you also, I feel like you become a lot more discerning about the kind of friends that you have, right? You become a lot more aware of the types of friends that you make throughout the years. And that's just, you know, that is just a reality. That's just what it is. One sec. Okay. Silence. Oh, perfect. Now there's silence. Okay, let's try this again. So you just become so much more aware, I think, of yeah. Anyway, I don't know what's I know well, I know what's causing the echo, but it's okay. You become so much more aware, I think, of like the type of friends that you make and the type of people that you have in your life. And yeah, it's just it's not always. Oy. I don't know why this keeps happening. You're getting, I don't know if you guys are hearing, but I keep getting this like weird echo. But anyway, yeah, that's all good. Yeah, you become just so much more aware and so much more discerning, I think, of the kind of friends that you invite into your life and the kind of people that you invite into your life. And so that's kind of really the meat and potatoes. Haha. Although burgers and fries, meat and potatoes, kind of it. And the song, like I was inspired by, I I have this like older group of friends that I was friend like we were in college and we did everything together, and we'd just go and like eat burgers and fries and just like go to like Village Inn or Denny's or whatever, right? So simpler times. All right, this next one is one that I have actually never played live before. So we're going to see how it goes. But this one is called Las Cruces, New Mexico. As I have stated, I live in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And so I wrote this song um, about the complicated relationship I've had with this city. I love living here. This is where I met my wife. We bought a house here. We have friends, and but over the years, every now and then I've thought like, man, what would it be like to live somewhere else? And sometimes I'll get like, like moving curious, right? Like I'll look for like just jobs elsewhere, and I always just end up being like, but this is where I belong. And so that's what this song is about. It could literally be about anywhere, but I wrote about Las Cruces, and I hope you like it, because I really do. This is actually probably one of my favorite ones in the album. It's so simple, but it's so good. I keep wanting to leave, but deep inside I don't want to go. This place saw me grow into who I am today. I love the desert and the mountains and even the heat. This place is magical. Oh, Las Cruces, yeah. Whoa, Las Cruces, yeah. There is such a place where people smile and you smile back. Never thought I'd say this, but this is where I belong. This place is magical. Oh, Las Cruces, yeah. Oh, I love this song. This is also thank you for watching. But this was like the first time I've ever performed this song live, and it's cool. Yeah, there's a couple songs I've never performed like before, and this being one of them, obviously. Um, this next song, I want to give credit where credit is due, obviously, and give shout out Connor Edwards, who I met Connor on Threads, and then we just kind of started messaging each other on Instagram one day and talking about maybe collaborating in a song, or he just wanted to like help with like production of a song, right? And at the time I was like, I am like knee deep in this album, and yeah, I mean, I would love to work with you. Um, and so, he ended up writing the music. Well, not the music, but like playing the music for this song. This next song is the only song that is in piano of the album, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite. It's definitely like in my top three. Something I should rank, like my songs and be like, you know, which ones I like better than others. But yeah, "There's a Light" is a very special song. I wrote this song last year actually for the New Tune Showcase, which is hosted by a very, very good friend of mine, Irene Pena, who is a musician out of Seattle, and she also streams on Twitch like me. And she's been doing this thing called the New Tune Showcase for quite a while, where every month she brings a group of artists together, and everybody gets to showcase some of their original music, but also everybody gets the same prompt, and everybody gets to write one song from that prompt. And it's always so interesting how different every single song is. And so I actually wasn't even supposed to be in this particular New 2 showcase. I think it was in December, but I by chance I ended up last minute being invited to be a part of it, and I'm super grateful for it. And I wrote this song. It's a happy song. And it's called "There's a Light." Light in the Darkness was the prompt of that month, and so I wrote this song, "There's a Light in the Darkness," and this one is actually a happy song, and I'm really glad that I wrote this one because so much of my writing last year, with all my health issues and stuff that I had, that inspired a lot of the Second Chances album. Um, I just felt like I had been writing some very just dark stuff, and I just wanted to write something happy. So, "There's a Light" is kind of like a more cheery song. It's got a little almost like gospel feel to it, like gospel music feel to it. So, you know, if you feel like this takes you back to church, I'm sorry, that's not my intention, but that's kind of what it sounds like. All right. You can run and you can hide. You can be who you want to be. Only if you want, you can choose to be completely miserable. Choose to be free, and it's alright. It's alright. There's a light, there's a light, there's a light that never fades in the darkness. There's a light, and there's a light, there's a light, there's a light that always shines in the darkness. There's a light. And my mama always told me I could be who I want, and I believed it. Oh yes, I did. And if there's one thing I've learned in all my years on earth, is be happy and don't hide it. There's a light, there's a light, there's a light that never fades darkness, there's a light. And there's a light, there's a light, there's a light that always shines in the darkness. There's a light. That is There's a Light in the Darkness. Again, I would say this is probably one of my just top songs ever. I really like this song a lot. It is, it felt like a light when I wrote it. Last year again was really, really rough, and I want to talk a little bit about it. You might have heard me tell this story if you follow me on social media, but it was about a year ago, actually, that my wife started noticing something was really off with like my breathing, and I would wake up at night, just really wheezing and gasping for air, and I became very, very overweight. I'm a big guy. I get it. I've been losing a lot of weight, which that's a whole nother thing. I've lost about 70 pounds since like last summer, which is crazy. It's a lot of weight. So I was 70 pounds heavier than I am now. And I had high blood pressure issues, and it runs in my family, my dad's side of the family, a lot. And I had that for a while. I'd taken medication. I was off of medication. Went back on medication, and it just became a ticking time bomb. And I eventually landed in the ER on July 5th, the day after 4th of July, after having a weekend where I just felt horrible. I literally thought I was going to die that weekend at one point. We actually were out of town in Reynosa, which is this really, really nice mountain town about an hour and a half from here. Much higher altitude. I could hardly breathe most of that weekend. It was horrible. It was really hard. There was a couple times where my wife was almost about to drive me to the ER, and I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'll be okay. Anyway, little did I know I was going to end up in the ER, and I had congestive heart failure, which is really horrible. Don't ever have it, because you literally are fighting for your life when they're trying to lower your blood pressure. And I was really close to having a stroke at one point because it was so high. So it was terrible. So after that, after I got out of the hospital, I didn't want to go back to the place where I was. I didn't want to go back to some of this is reflected in the actual song Second Chances, but I didn't want to go back to this place. And I also quit drinking, out of all things. I never considered myself an alcoholic. Did I have a drinking problem? I might have. I definitely drank more than just socially. And I also, at that point when I was like not doing well in health, I was vaping quite a bit. Cannabis is legal in my state, and so I definitely took advantage of it. And so after I got out of the hospital, I just kind of decided to be a sober person. And so I wrote a song called Sober. And this one's also one that I've never played before. I've never played before live. So, yeah. Ursa live, you're the first ones that hear me play this live. But this song is called Sober. And this is one that I really, really like a lot, too. Never thought I had a problem, 'cause I convinced myself. Self-medicated when I couldn't deal with the thoughts inside my head. Pour my glass, have another one. Made a lot of stupid mistakes. Now I can't look back. I won't look back. I got sober, never thought I would, but now that I did, I feel like I can start again, 'cause I got sober, never thought I would, but now that I did, I feel like I can start again, start again. Feel like I can start again. Anyway, that's Sober. And yeah, this is one of my favorite songs on the album as well. It's hard because a lot of times, like, you do have favorite songs, right? Um, and it's like, it's kind of like kids, right? Like, parents tend to have a favorite child. Sorry, Thor. My dog over there is my child. I have two cats also, and Thor is like over there laying down. He is crashed out. He's asleep. He's having the time of his life while I'm playing music. But anyway, I always say I don't have a favorite child, and I don't. It depends on the day. And that's kind of how I feel about songs. Like, there's some songs that you're like, yeah, I love this song. And then there's other times that you're like, but I like this one a lot better because I'm going through this similar situation. Anyway, so I was sober. It's a song, like I said, I wrote about, just making that choice to be a sober person. And, it's one of those that, like, again, because I was not binge drinking. I was not, ruining my life and gambling to death and all of the things that people a lot of times tend to associate with like an alcoholic. I definitely did, especially like towards right before I ended up in the hospital last year. I was self-medicating a lot. Smoking weed, cannabis, drinking. I was drinking probably heavier than I ever had, which was not good because, I was having all these heart problems and that I was very, very aware of, but didn't want to take care of. And so Sober for me is a song that's not just about, like not drinking, but it's about, just thinking about those choices and how I cope with things. And so that's I'm processing that a lot. I'm processing a lot, like how I cope with life and with the situations that life throws at you. Speaking of situations that life throws at you, this next song is a Dear Friend. And Dear Friend, it's a song that I never wanted to write, but I always felt I was probably eventually going to. God, I feel like I'm going to get emotional. This is an emotional song, but I wrote this song. I wrote this song for Karen Hernandez. Karen Hernandez was my guitar teacher. Sorry. It's crazy because it's been like 7 months since she passed. And 8 months, I don't know. She passed in October, and it's still like I still miss her a lot. And I wrote this song for her after she passed. Kay was a very, very special person in my life and my wife's life. And she taught me how to play guitar, which was huge, but really she was more like she was more like a second mom to me, and and was really just really part of our chosen family. And she passed last year from cancer, and I never got to say goodbye. Oh my God. I hate this. Sorry, I hate crying, but I never got to say goodbye to her. Because when she was in the hospital, it went by so fast. Like, her death went so fast. We were both like super sick, and I didn't want her to. I don't want to pass on whatever I had, even though she was dying. And so I never really got to say goodbye to her. But she knew how I always felt about her. And so I wrote her this song, and I thank you. Thank you for that, chat. I wrote this song for her, and I released this one as a single. back in November. Um, and it was always meant to be a part of the album. It's just when I wrote this song, or when I was like, I want to release this song individually to give Kay that. And so I actually have Kay listed as like a co-writer in this song, even though, she didn't write this song, but it's just, it's one of those things. Sometimes you can just throw small things. And so anyway, this is Dear Friend. I hope you like it. It's just, yeah. This was track number 9 in the album. Sorry. Dear friend, I know how long you were suffering down here. I know all the pain you felt, the way your body hurt. And you're a memory in my heart. Dear friend, I have so much to say, and not enough words now that you're gone. But I know that you'll live forever in my heart. Well, I think that for now I'll just play my guitar and I'll sing till my lungs give out this song I wrote for you. And it's okay to be sad, and I'll probably cry, 'cause I know that you'll always be there. Dear friend, I wish I could call and tell you about all the things I did today. I wish that you could tell me not to play this same chord wrong. There's times I wish I could turn back. Dear friend, it really sucks how much I miss you. I wish that we could laugh once again. But now, you're just a memory I'll remember with all my heart. Well, I think that for now I'll just play my guitar and I'll sing till my lungs give out this song I wrote for you. And it's okay to be sad, and I'll probably cry, 'cause I know that you'll always be there. And there's times the friendships are stronger than blood, and I want you to know that anytime I miss you, I promise I'll keep writing songs and I'll play this guitar, 'cause it reminds me of you and all the times that we had. Well, I think that for now I'll just play my guitar and I'll sing till my lungs give out this song I wrote for you. And it's okay to be sad, and I'll probably cry, 'cause I know that you'll always be there. Dear friend. Someday we'll get through this whole song without crying. um, it's like I said, it is one of those things where, um, yeah, it's one of those things where sometimes people come in your life and they're just so special and so important and so big in your life. And yeah, I'm incredibly grateful to have have crossed paths in this life with Kay. And that's all I'm gonna say because I'm tired of crying. Like I said, someday I am gonna get through this song without crying. That day is obviously not today. I think I'm just really emotional right now. I'm really emotional because yeah, I'm releasing an album, and it's already it's already an emotional album that I wrote. Like, this is an album I wrote about my life. It's an album I wrote about things that happened in my life, and a lot of changes in my life, and just knowing that I owe this all to her. It's really really why like why this is so hard. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna do one more song, and this next song is also kind of an emotional song. And I've never played this. This is another one I've never played live either. So, Ursa live, y'all are getting like the first time I'm doing a few of these songs, and that is amazing actually because it just is really cool that this gets to be a part of it, right? This gets to be like it's awesome, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to play this in this platform and in this space. And there's not a lot of people here. There's a few people watching, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm really grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful to be able to write songs. I'm grateful to be able to produce my own music, and I'm also really grateful for my wife, who I really owe so much of this and her believing in me. But anyway, Summer Rain is another emotional song, and I've never played this one live before, so we'll see how this goes. But it's a song. It's a song that I wrote. Um, Gosh, it's a song. It's a song that I wrote about not loving yourself, which is a place I've been in a lot of times. It's a place I was before I landed in the hospital last year. Um, I was in a place where I didn't love myself, and now I can look back and see that. That's something I didn't see for a very long time. Um, but it's just a song. I don't know. It's a song about a lot of things. Um, and just about kind of hiding those feelings. I was pretending to be like a happy person, and I was pretending to be like everything is okay when inside things are not okay. And so that's what Summer Rain is about. And I hope you like it. Like I said, this is the first time I'm playing this one live, so you know, hope you like it. All right. And this is the last song I'm going to be playing tonight. Um, there's 11 tracks in the album. The you know, track number 11 is just Second Chances, the acoustic version. So I'm not going to play it again. But if you listen to the album, listen to both versions because they're both very different. This is Summer Rain. Thoughts and feelings well. Sometimes you can't even tell. I wish that I still pray, but it's been so long. Hold me as I fall. Hold is hard. It's like driving in the summer rain. Keep your eyes on the road, 'cause tomorrow is never sure. It's a long drive home. And I look in the mirror, see the reflection who I've become. Waiting for this day to end. Close my eyes, close my eyes. Hold me as I fall. Hold me, because this life is hard. It's like driving in the summer rain. Keep your eyes on the road, 'cause tomorrow is never sure. It's a long drive So that's Summer Rain. And that is it. That is all for today. Again, the album itself is 11 tracks, but 2 of them are the same. So, you know, I don't think I need to play Second Chances again, because I already did. But yeah, that is the album Second Chances. Again, you can find it currently right now. You can find it on Bandcamp. So I'm going to put the link in the chat again. If anybody wants to pre-save it, not pre-save it, listen to it. This one's it's already, uh-oh, what did I just do? Oh, somehow I exited and then I came back. I don't know how I did that. But anyway, I'm back. Yeah, so this album is already on Bandcamp, and it will be on all other streaming platforms on Friday. And this was night number 1, and it was a lot of fun. This definitely was good to do. I'm excited for Friday night on Twitch, starting at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, local time for me, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I will also be on Bandcamp this Sunday. It was originally going to be Saturday, but then I changed it. Sunday at, I think it's at 6 p.m. Can't remember. 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm really excited about that one too. And just, I just want to thank Ursa Live again for giving me the opportunity to have this platform as part of the Indie Spotlight. I'll be back in a couple more weeks. There's still, after this one, I think this is a halfway point, actually. There's 4 more shows. I may try to do something different next time. I actually really wanted to do a covers show, so I think I'm going to do that next time. But I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you for watching. go listen to my album, and see you soon.